Pirate Software responded to Stop Killing Games campaign surpassing 1 million signatures. I'm going to be honest with you. I hope your initiative gets everything that you asked for, but nothing you wanted, and I'll leave it there. What does that mean? What does that mean? Like, is he still like salty about it? He doesn't want to succeed. Like the other thing that he does that I see when this occurs is and I'm not saying that like this isn't unfortunate, it doesn't suck, but I feel like as soon as Pirate Software deals with any controversy, he immediately jumps to, I'm getting death threats and I'm getting doxxed. Or I'm getting swats. Like, yeah, dude, like you're a creator on the internet, okay? Okay. I might get in trouble for this take, okay? The streamer's also said he's been swatted and received death threats because he doesn't support the, okay. This is, I'm not saying I don't have empathy for people having to deal with this. Like, that fucking sucks. But you are a creator on the internet. You get big enough and you deal with like that. Like, it's not you deal with it. It's like anyone of a certain size deals with that. Like, let's be honest. Asmongold gets swatted and receives death threats. Hassan gets swatted, receives death threats. Like, all of these people do. Now, you can argue that theirs are maybe more like make sense because theirs are related to extremely divisive political takes, and this is literally just about like video games. But like the reality is like fucking crazy unhinged people. Like, think about any of the larger women creators. They get stalked, they get death threats. Like it's so I want to be clear. I'm not saying, oh, this doesn't matter. I'm just saying I don't think it's like a fair defense mechanism to jump to, I was maybe wrong about something, or I had a bad take on something, or I did something wrong. Oh my God, look at all the backlash I'm receiving and the really bad eggs that are sending me death. It's like anyone of your size of creator gets death threats. Will and Ludwig have been swatted on streets. Like, and it's like even creators that have literally, that don't even have any controversy or controversial takes, once they're big enough, get death threats and get swatted. Okay. I don't, am I the only one who kind of finds that to be like a little bit of it? Like, I think for a while, I'm still empathetic to it, but like a part of me also is kind of like, especially when it's over controversies, whenever it's like someone is getting called out on something, like even as an example is like I'd even say like Nick actually went and apologized for his joke, right? I would say it would be an ick from Nick if instead of apologizing first, if Nick was like, comes out and is like, yeah, well, I'm now getting death threats because of this. Thanks. You know what I mean? No, he only apologized for his sponsor. No, but like, whether you think it's because of his sponsors or not, whether you think the apology was genuine or not, you know what I mean? It's like, I think you're for like, I just feel like this is just like another like extent of him like doubling, tripling down. Worked at Blizzard. Okay, by the way, do you guys see the game developers that were pushing against this in Europe? It's like there was like someone find this article. There's now been like a lobby of game publishers that are pushing against Stop Killing Games. And you look at who's on the list and you're like, "Oh, that's interesting. Activision, Electronic Arts, Ubisoft. Huh. I wonder why you guys are pushing against it." Like, you know what I mean? Like, dude, I think Thomas the Destroyer, I think you fucking clocked this. It's basically this. His whole thing was that he thought that the initiative was badly written and what they wanted to happen was not what the website asked for. Dude has a huge ego and cannot accept that he might be wrong. Chat, I will, my best take on this entire situation, being one of those former game devs who goes, actually, from the game developer's perspective, is I think he went actually from the game developer's perspective and tunneled in on one concept that he thought was the only feasible way to enforce this, which was that it could only apply to single player games with always online capabilities. And if you shut those off, you couldn't play the single player games, and that's what the initiative should target. What he didn't do was he didn't realize that the initiative could have other solutions for other games, even if they're games that are always multiplayer games or like even MMOs, that they could ask for other sorts of provisions, for warning labels, for any other sort of consolations from the publishers of the studios. And he was just not open-minded enough for that. You know, he needs to go to Hongdae, become more open-minded, and realize that. Ick from Nick because he thought his joke was slick, but then everyone called him a dick. Listen, chat. I want to be very clear about the Nick Pollum joke. Was this joke out of taste? Was it offensive? Yes. Does he have absolutely insane beer league stats that make me respect him to the point that I don't want to shit talk him because I don't want him to like absolutely dangle me out on the ice and fucking embarrass me when we ever play hockey together? Yes. Okay. Everyone knows that the top player on the beer league team always says some unhinged crazy shit, okay? A lot of EU policy initiatives are well intended but misguided in execution. The App Store stuff is a fuck up from the EU, but also challenging Apple to do better. Yeah, I mean, like, a lot of policies and stuff that are consumer friendly are not just going to be like straight up perfect the first time, you know?